Welcome back to Kittens and Crochet YouTube channel. This is part 3 of the Raccoon baby security blanket. You should have all the parts made and you should have the blanket made. So now we're just going to go ahead and assemble. So the first thing that you're going to assemble is you're going to put the eyes on. So before you do that, if you haven't already, you need to weave in all the extra yarn tails. So make sure you don't pull it too tight. And then do the same thing on the other side. All right, and then go ahead and cut them free. And then you have one extra to weave in, which is the center yarn tail. So just make sure that that is nice and closed up, and then go ahead and weave in this last yarn tail. All right, and then you can go ahead and cut that free. So if you haven't done both yet, go ahead and finish your other one and we'll begin assembling. So we're going to add the eyes approximately between rows 9 and 14 of the head. So if you count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is row 9. And you're going by the top of the eye, not this little eyelid flap thingy. So see what I mean? You're going to count by the top of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's one, and this is where the pins come in handy. You can go ahead and pin that there. And then the eyes are going to be about 3 spaces apart. So your second one would go about right here. And this little, I don't know exactly what you want to call it, this little white piece, you'd want it to be this way, and you want them to kind of mirror each other. So you can go ahead and pin this one here. And then you can just kind of look at it, make sure you think they're nice and even before you attach. And then you can even take your snout and place it and make sure that it looks good where they're at. So I think mine could be a little bit closer together. I think that looks good. So when you get them in place, let's go ahead and attach. Okay, so I went ahead and put a few more pins in my eyes to secure them in place. Then you're just going to take your really long yarn tail and you're just going to go through a stitch of the eye and into the head and come away. And then go back in the same hole of the head. And what I do is I like to go a stitch ahead. So this would be the next stitch, but I'm skipping it and going into the next one, and then go backwards. And then go back through the head. And now I'm coming through the next stitch. and then going back one. And then go up, go through the next stitch, and then back one. Then through the next stitch, and you're not attaching the whites, you're just staying in the tan. And back. And we're just going to continue this all the way around. Okay, so I've connected my eye completely. Once your eye is connected, go back through the head up to the eye, and then just pick a stitch of the eye, knot onto it, and then go back through the eye and just take that yarn tail out the back of the head. So go ahead and attach your other eye the same exact way, and then I'll meet you back here. Okay, once you have your eyes attached, go ahead and take both yarn tails out the same hole in the back of the head, and I like to tie them together. And then take them through that same hole and out through the bottom. And then just snip it free. All right, so the next thing we have to attach is the ears. So with the ears, we have these little white pieces that we're gonna attach right there on the ear. So the white pieces have a center yarn tail, so go ahead and weave that in. All right, and then you can go ahead and cut that free. And then go ahead and do that to your other piece. So the ear, the centers are going to go in between rows 3 and 6 of the ear. So if you count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right there. And just make sure that your yarn tail to attach the ear is on one corner. I always have mine on the left side there. And then just go ahead and begin attaching. And when you attach, you're only going through one side of the ear. You're not going through both sides. You're just going to continue attaching all the way around. just continue doing this all the way around and attach your center to your second ear as well. And I will meet you back here. Okay, so both your ears should now look like this. Just go ahead and tuck the white yarn tail up inside the ear so then you can't see it at all. And now we're going to take them and put them on the head. So the ears are going to go approximately between rows 3 and 8 of the head. So if you count 1, 2, 3, go ahead and pin this down for a second. And take the other side. 1, 2, 3. And pin it down. And you can make sure that you like the placement. And you can also take your snout, look, and make sure you like how the ears are looking. And then just go ahead and get them exactly how you like them, and then we'll begin attaching. Also make sure your ears are even. If you tilt your blanket, you can make sure they're pretty close together there. So then we can begin attaching the ears. So I'm going to take the yarn tail down through where I want the lowest part of the ear to be, and then up through where I want the highest part to be. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab that top stitch of the ear and take it back down through. Start back down here on the bottom. So now I can take the pins out. And then you're just going to attach it like we've been attaching everything else, making sure that when you get to the whites, you're not going to attach the white, you're just going to work in these stitches up underneath it. All right, so go ahead and continue that all the way around, and then go ahead and attach your second ear the same exact way, and then we'll move on to the snout. Okay, so you should have both your ears attached. So I knotted them off, met the yarn tails in the back of the head, and tied them together. And then just gonna work them back down through the bottom and cut that free. All right, so next we're gonna go ahead and add the snout. So I like to add just a little bit of stuffing. And the snout is going to go in between the eyes. It might partially overlap the eyes, and it's going to be in between rows 12 and 16 of the head. So you can count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You could probably just eyeball it as well. So just go ahead and make sure that your nose looks like it's good and in the center, and you can pin that down. And just attach it like we have been. And just go ahead and continue attaching all the way around, and I'll meet you back here. Alright, so now your snout should be on, so we're going to go ahead and add the arms. The arms are going to be at the base of the head, close to where the blanket starts. This is approximately row 17, 18. When you look at your arms, you'll see where we changed colors. You're just going to want to make sure that that part is down on both sides. So one yarn tail will be towards the back and one towards the front. And then just go ahead and check out your arms and make sure they're even, and you're just going to have to freehand this. It'd be kind of really hard to pin it in place. So go ahead, get your placement. I like to have them pointed a little bit more towards the front. You just have to eyeball. So it'd be about right here. And you might have to take these out, move them around a little bit. Once you start it, just gonna pull it and see if it's staying where you want it. So far, so good. So to begin attaching that, you're just gonna go through one of the stitches of the arm. On one of the arms, it won't be facing you when you attach, and then the other one you'll be able to see the stitches. But then go through the head. You'll just have to go back through the head and through the next stitch of the arm. Okay, then after your arm is attached, go ahead and check out your other arm. Make it match up with the first arm you attached, and then go ahead and attach it in the same way. All right, make sure both arms are attached good. If you're satisfied with how they are, they're nice and even, go ahead and knot off each yarn tail on a stitch of the arm. I always like to do it on the underside. And then go through the arm at the bottom here. You could also take it out the back of the head and knot these together if you would like to be extra secure. All right, so the final thing to do is we're going to add the eyes to the pupils here, or of the raccoon. So cut yourself a long white yarn tail, and if you have a better way to make eyes, go ahead and do it. I've never really been the best at eyes, but for this I go in through the side of the head, and it's going to go in between rows 1 and 2. So if this is row 1, this is row 2, you're going to go in this space right here, and it's only going to be about 1 space tall. So just pop through wherever you want the bottom part of your eye to be, and then just go up 1 space. And then you can just go ahead and shoot over to that other eye. Ahead and pull. And then the same thing over here. And pull. Now, since this is a lighter color, it's kind of hard to see the white. When I did my raccoon with black, you can see the white perfectly, so I only did 1 pass. Since this is so light, I'm going to go ahead and do 2 passes. Thicken those eyes up and make them more visible. It's a little better. Why not? We'll do it a third time. There, you can see them good now. All right, so then just go ahead and tie this off. And then we'll take this yarn tail down through the bottom. And cut it free. And here is your raccoon. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, go ahead and check out some of my other ones. You can check out my playlists, and there's other baby security blankets and just other animals. I really hope you enjoyed this project, and go ahead and use different colors and make it your own. Here's the first raccoon that I made with the black. And like I said, I only had to do one pass of the eyes here. Since this one was lighter, I had to do 3 just so you could see it. But go ahead and try different colors, and I hope you really enjoy this project. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like, share my videos. Thank you.